So I've lost 73 pounds, but I've hit the dreaded plateau. So I've turned to Arthur, my AI, and I've got him to look at over 10,000 studies on weight loss to find out what causes a plateau and what are the main things I can do to break that plateau. And after I've found that out, I'm going to live it. I'm going to do the things he tells me to do to break the plateau and hopefully lose some weight. So I got Arthur, my AI, to go through over 10,000 studies on weight loss plateaus. And what he came back with was 5 things that the science actually supports for breaking a plateau. Not bro science, actual peer-reviewed research. And then he turned each one into a rule for my week. Number 1, structured diet breaks. There's a study called the Matador study where they took 2 groups of people in a calorie deficit. One group dieted straight through, the other group alternated 2 weeks of dieting with 2 weeks of eating at maintenance. The group that took breaks lost more weight and kept more of it off. Not less, more. The breaks actually reduced how much their metabolism slowed down. And here's the thing, I've accidentally already done this. December and January, I basically ate at maintenance, maybe a little more. I thought I was failing. Turns out the science says that was exactly the right thing to do. So now I'm going back into a deficit and my body is primed for it. Number 2, high protein. Research shows that when you are in a calorie deficit, eating above 1.3 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight protects your muscle mass. And protein has the highest thermic effect of any macronutrient. Your body burns 20 to 30% of protein calories just digesting it, compared to 5 to 10% for carbs. So Arthur set my target at 150 grams of protein a day. Number 3, resistance training. The thing I hate. Without it though, about a quarter of every kilo you lose is muscle, not fat. With resistance training, you keep the muscle and lose all the fat. So Arthur's giving me 2 body weight training sessions this week. Number 4, and this one blew my mind, sleep. They did a study where 2 groups ate the exact same calories in a deficit. The only difference was sleep. The group that got 8.5 hours, 56% of the weight they lost was fat. The group that got 5.5 hours, only 25% was fat. Same deficit, same food, sleep determined whether they lost fat or muscle. So the rule is 8 hours minimum, tracked every night. And number 5, keep moving. When you diet, your body unconsciously starts moving less. You fidget less, you walk less, you sit more. Research shows this can cost you about 150 calories a day and you don't even notice it happening. So others got me doing 8,000 plus steps a day, plus speed training intervals on top of that. So those are my 5 rules, all backed by the research, and this week I'm living them. If you want to run this exact protocol yourself, I've put a plug and play prompt pack on Patreon. You just paste it into Claude or ChatGPT, tell it your weight and your goals, and it builds the whole plan for you. Links in the description.
Morning, everybody. So, this week I'm going to break my plateau. I've been stuck at minus 73 pounds since December. December was kind of bad. I had, because it's the holidays. I had Christmas, New Year's, my birthday, a lot of other things happening. I went to Sydney, so I gained a bit of weight back. And then I've lost it again in January. So now I'm basically sitting at my lowest weight. So this week, I've decided it's going to be the week that we do that plateau busting.
Okay. Let's see where we're at. Oh shit, that's not good. That's not what I was expecting. Somewhere along the way, I've put on another
kilogram. I'm pretty sure it's water weight because I keep needing to go to the toilet today, so I don't even know where that's come from. But I'm sure it'll sort itself through the week. Right, this is my rolled oats sitting underneath there. See that? Oh, look at that. The reason it looks like there's so much milk is because I put it in the blender with some protein powder, so it's like really frothy. My shelves are empty. It is time. At the start of every week, I will get on to my AI Arthur, Claude, and I'll plan what food I'm eating. This week it's important because I've got to make sure that the food I get is enough for 1,800 calories a day because that's what I'm eating this week. So let's jump on and I'll show you what I do and how I order my food.
So the first thing I do is I go online and I'll tell Arthur what I need. Specifically for this week, I needed to stick to a shopping list that was going to give me 1,800 calories a day and make sure that I was over 150 grams of protein a day. So basically put that into the prompt and I ask it to make sure that it gives me food for my local supermarket. It's as easy as that. Then it gives you your shopping list. So once you've got your shopping list, just make sure you're happy with all of it. Then what I basically do is I go online to my supermarket, I'll get all the food that's on my shopping list, order it, and then it's delivered. And that's how I do my shopping with ChatGPT.
Everybody, it's here. This is the shopping I got. We've got bread, mixed vegetables, frozen berries, Greek yogurt, chicken, lean mince. We've got some vegetables, spinach, sweet potato, tomatoes, bananas, eggs, and canned tomatoes. Doesn't seem like much, does it? But it lasts me the week. Okay, we are here for the first walk / run. I'm going to be doing 4 100 meters. I'm not that worried about it. I feel it's not, even for me, running 100 meters shouldn't be that difficult.
No, you'll be all good.
Right, so I guess I'm a little nervous because I don't know what to expect, and I always feel so uncomfortable running because I'm such a fat heifer. I feel like people are going to see a hippo running through them, but it is what it is. We've just been talking about how Arthur said just run slow so you can have a conversation. It's like, that's not going to be happening, Arthur, just letting you know. I don't think there's going to be too much conversation happening while I'm running. Look, as long as 2 feet are in the air at any one time, that's technically a jog. We'll want to catch it at 10 meters, you better hurry. Okay, are you ready? Yeah. Once this foot... Don't look at me. Oh, this is good. I can do 100 meters. Just speed this shit up, just go. Actually, no. Now I'm running out of breath. Well, I was able to talk the whole time, so apparently I can hold a conversation. That was easy. There's no problem. Show me how fast you thought I was going to run. And how fast did I run? I'm feeling quite confident now. I found that quite easy. Now I'm not so worried about doing the 200 meters next week either. So the goal for this run is, I just want to see I want to run to the edge of me being out of breath. So I just want to see how fast I can actually run because I felt like that wasn't too bad. So that's what we're going to do. Look at where we're running. Show them where we're running. Yeah. Okay. 20 meters. We're feeling good. Okay. So I'm still talking. I don't think I can physically, my muscles are too tight. This is my top speed. I need to do some stretching. Come on. Sprint, Dan, sprint. I'm like a hippo. Okay, definitely out of breath now. Woo. Yeah. Oh.
What the hell?
What was holding me back there was the tightness in my legs.
That was a lot quicker than expected. I reckon we're going like 4 or 5 minute Ks. I can't...
What?
I think like the pace got up to around 4 minutes 30 per kilometre.
Really?
I feel like we're going pretty quick.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, that was pretty quick. We'll be able to look afterwards. I think it was quite impressive, like seeing like a big guy running that fast.
I feel like this is my happy spot. The thing is, I'm finding it alright to run like now, but if I went any longer than 100 meters, I think I'd start feeling that. Look, everyone. Look at the beautiful water. Oh. Did I impress you more? Or
Yeah,
less?
way more. You're way faster than I expected, and I thought you were just gonna want me to shut up and not say anything, and so you could focus on the run. But no, you're all good, and I don't know. You're quite quick. It was quite hard for me to run and hold the camera at the same time, but no, it was good.
All right, well, it's the end of the day. I did feel a little hungry today, and I don't know why. I don't think it was anything weird. I just felt hungry. I was like hungry before lunchtime arrived and stuff. I don't think it's because I'm like trying to break the plateau. I don't think it was anything psychological. I didn't even think it was really that I was eating this. Just think maybe it was a hungry day, but we'll see how it goes tomorrow. But I've got some blueberries, banana, some Greek yogurt over the top of it as the last meal of the night. Okay, so at the end of every day, I basically come up and I say, checking in at the end of the day, and I'll tell it any food that I've eaten since I last talked, and then the check-in begins. Yeah, so I had some Greek yogurt and blueberries, and that didn't do that much. I had a little bit more Greek yogurt than I should have, I guess. So that pushed up my calories to 2,000, which is what I normally have, not the 1,800 that we were targeting. But Arthur was like, that's okay, first day, no problems. Let's just move on and note that for tomorrow. Maybe Mr. Banana or Mr. Greek Yogurt. But once we've gone through the food, he then goes through the pre-checks that I have to do every day. So I have like foundational tasks that I have to do. These are the kind of tasks that I need to do every day to help me stay motivated and keep me going. So he runs through them and he'll give me like a green day if I've done most of them. I think I have to do like 7 out of 9. And he also has rules. So like I have to check in with him before I spend money, or I have to check in with him before I eat. And so if I break any of those rules, he tells me if I've got a strike. So here's the thing nobody talks about. Most people think a plateau means their metabolism is broken, that their body has just stopped responding. But that's not what the research says. Mathematical modelling from the NIH found that 70 to 80% of the typical weight loss plateau is caused by behavioural drift, not a broken metabolism, behavioural drift. Meaning your habits are quietly slipping without you realising it. You are eating a little more here, moving a little less there, and it adds up so gradually you don't even notice. And here's the proof. In the Minnesota starvation experiment, great name, where every single meal was controlled and supervised, there was no plateau. Weight loss was consistent the entire time. It only stalls when people are in charge of their own food, because adherence erodes slowly, invisibly. The actual metabolic adaptation, your body burning fewer calories after weight loss, is real, but it's pretty modest. About 50 to 100 calories a day. That's half a banana. So it's not the wall people think it is. So when I looked at my own plateau, stuck at minus 73 pounds for a month, I had to be honest. December happened, January happened. I wasn't tracking properly, I was eating more than I thought. My plateau wasn't my metabolism, it was me. And that's actually good news, because if it's behavioural, you can fix it.
Morning. Oh, what a beautiful sleep I had last night. I'm going to put my glasses on. I've been just lying here. You know when you get that feeling where you're just happily lying in bed, but you've got like another hour, so you just sort of happily lie in bed waiting to kind of
officially wake up and have to get up. Well, that moment's just arrived, but what a great sleep. I think sleep is very underappreciated. You know, I've read a lot of research where they tracked sleep rates when you looked at the obesity increase in America, and it like almost perfectly tracks the reduction in sleep in America at the same time. So I think sleep has so much. There's so much behind sleep that people don't appreciate what it does for us. But yeah, anyway, I feel really good. It's that time again for the morning the morning daily weigh-in. So hopefully I'm honing in on that new low weight, but let's find out. Okay, it's better. I've had lunch. I'm definitely feeling hungry. I think I mentioned this last night, and it's still true to today. For some reason, especially around lunchtime, like I'm really hungry at lunch, and then I have lunch and I'm still kind of like it doesn't quite hit the spot, you know? So I feel like there's two ways this can go. Often, when I'm getting back into things like a strict regime, it just takes a few days of adjustment and then I feel fine. I'm hoping that's the case. Or it's lower calories now, it's kind of a bit stricter, so I might be very well being hungry and I just need to start working on ways to manage that hunger. One of the things I learned when I was doing that half marathon, one of the kind of shifts in my thinking was how, like, expecting it to be pain-free was kind of crazy. That pain kind of comes with the territory. And I think if you're on a diet and you're in that weight loss phase, like obviously hunger is going to come with that territory. So maybe rather than fighting it or hoping it's not going to happen, it's better if I just accept that it's just like, it's a part of the process and then just figure out ways on how to manage that. My young and dear nephew, he's come for dinner. I asked him to tell me what you want. So this is how you make a meal with Claude, or my Arthur. I asked Jack what he wanted for dinner, and so he said Hawaiian burgers. So basically I just told Arthur or Claude that I wanted Hawaiian burgers, and then it comes up with a recipe for me, but with a pretty cool twist. It comes up with the usual shopping list, which I went and got so that we could make it, and then it also comes up with the standard recipe. However, check this out. You can literally go through the recipe as you make it, and look, it has timers and everything. So anyway, it was time to get cooking. I sliced up some tomatoes and onions, and I also had some lettuce that I was going to add. And then in a bowl, I put some garlic, some salt, and some pepper. And then I added in the low-fat ground beef, and then I just mixed it all together so it was nice and mixed up. And then I turned it into meat patties. I mixed some teriyaki sauce on top of the meat patties to marinate it. I used about maybe a teaspoon for each. And then I chucked some bacon in the old frying pan to get that cooked for the burgers. Then I put them aside and chucked on the old meat patties, those big bad boys. Look at that with all that teriyaki sauce. I cooked them for 8 minutes on one side and 4 minutes on the other. I kind of burnt them a little bit, but to be honest, I kind of like my bigger patties a little bit anyway, so it wasn't like a big breaker for me. And then this is what it ended up looking like. It was really yummy and filling. Hey gang, it's time to do the bodyweight. And I just want to be clear, I hate bodyweight training.
It's like the worst. Long reps, it's drawn out, it just sucks, and I'm not going to stick to it. I'm just being honest. I know I'm not. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to talk to Arthur and I'm going to say basically that I don't think, like, we need to make this enjoyable, because otherwise the Dan Meister's going to be like, I'm not going to do it. He said, I hear you. Bodyweight stuff usually sucks because people program it like cardio, like 20 reps, 30 reps, burnout sets, and that's miserable. So let's do it differently. Low reps, harder variations. Make each rep count instead of grinding through endless sets like the gym training but with your body. Here's your session. Do it at one of your stops during the walk. So I'm just going to look at the first stop and then we'll do the second stop later. Stop 1, we're going to do 5 push-ups. Slow. And then 5 squats. Same tempo. 3 seconds down. Hold at bottom for 2 seconds. Stand up. Oh my, it's a bit hard because my feet are sliding down the bloody... Interesting finding on that one, actually. When it said, okay, we'll just do 5 reps, and then they were quite easy, especially the squats. And then my mind was like, oh, well, that was too easy. I want to be pushing harder than that. It's interesting how, again, how I've had that conversation where when I have the right systems in place, my body tends to like to push it. But if I feel like it's just kind of like, I don't know, chaos and unorganized and I can't see the end, then my body wants to resist and not put in much effort. Welcome to Dan's Fitness course part 2. Full tide over the river. Do you want a little walk across? No, come across, just get open. We're just going to get the cameraman to actually come up and... Where are you going? Fuck. It's hard to hire good help these days. Right, so we're going to be doing lunges. We're doing 5 on each leg. 1. Can I balance myself? Hang on, we're not done yet. Keep filming. Ow, my knees. Ow. Okay, go. 1 1,000, 2 1,000. And off we go in the next part of the walk. I have to say that I'm quite enjoying it now. See, so he did do it to a level of my enjoyment. Might be a little easy, but I feel like got to start somewhere. And I'm probably better off doing essentially 15 squats and a plank and some chest press stuff a week than nothing at all. Hey, welcome back for part 3 of Dan's fitness exercise regime. And that is it. That's kind of my day wrapped up. God, what a good day. That was a very good day. Went for a walk. I was very productive. I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really locked in. I'm feeling like everything. I've had 2 solid, happy days in a row. So mentally, I'm right happy where I want to be. My happy place, I guess the only thing is I'm just hungry, you know? It's not out of control hunger, but there's just like this constant baseline hunger. I just talked to Arthur about it and he said it'll probably disappear because I said to you about it earlier that it takes a few days to get locked in and just sort of get into the clean process of it. So hopefully it sort of starts to diminish off. But yeah, otherwise that might just be my next battle on how to actually deal with that, because maybe I just need to also accept that it's just part of the deal now. But that's a battle for another day. I've made it through the day. It was an excellent day. I've achieved a lot. And I think I've been breaking my goal. Well, I remember one of my goals was to make sure I did 8,000 steps a day. So I did 8,500. I think I did 8,000 something on the first day, and I've done over 9,000 today. So my steps are on track as well. So I'm going to go to bed early tonight,
haven't spent anything I shouldn't have, and hopefully we'll have a third excellent day in a row tomorrow.
Oh, hello.
We did it, gang.
43.4 kilograms. That is now over 75 pounds lost, and we're only getting started. Because next week is going to be part 2. Next week I'm going to be like trying to keep pushing, because like first week, right, we pushed for 2 to 3 weeks. Next week I'm going to keep pushing, but I'm going to maybe look at get AI to look at strategies to manage the hunger, since the last 2 days I've been feeling quite hungry. But having said that, my hunger feels fine today, so I'm starting to feel like maybe it was a little bit of just needed to go through those first 2 days of being hungry, and then you kind of get into the rhythm. Now I'm in the rhythm, I feel good. So the lower calories, obviously, that's going to help. I think the keeping the steps high and the sprints has made me feel amazing, like I'm walking around like loose as a goose, like flexible, strong. I'm feeling really good on that front. The runs have been feeling good because I'm not overdoing them. The sleeping has been incredible, like just getting in those extra hours of sleep. So I feel like all the tasks that I got given were absolutely on point, like absolutely. I mean, I smashed the plateau within 3 or 4 days. So that's not proof that that system works. Now, I've made a plug and play prompt guide that you can just put into your ChatGPT or your Claude, and it will give you the same system for a week. Same rules and everything based on your own requirements. You might have to answer some questions perhaps, but I'm going to put that up on Patreon. So come join my Patreon, get the prompt, and you're off. And speaking of whom, thank you Patreons for your support. You're making my move to Sydney be happen, because you're my full-time income. So I appreciate all the support that you give me. And I will see you all again next week, where we push further and further down into my weight. We're getting deep down now, 75 pounds. We're starting to get to like territories I haven't seen for decades. So let's keep going. Thanks everyone. See you later.